What's up guys, it's Mahadani and we're back with another Cinnamon and Spice vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I really wish I knew before I started my LSE law degree a few years ago. I actually graduated in July, so this is my reflection on my experience. I figured if there's anyone who's considering a law degree and specifically doesn't know like what uni they want to apply to, here's some things you might want to keep in mind. So let's get into it. The first thing is, this is the biggest mistake that I think I made. Do not choose your uni solely based on rankings, because that's what I did. I literally remember Googling like best unis for law, and I remember seeing LSE come up as 3rd best in UK and 7th in the world, and I was like, yep, that's fine. That's gonna have me set. I'm only going to uni for studying. I don't really care about social life and stuff. So as long as the rankings are good, as long as the reputation is good, that's what I'm aiming for. And looking back, I now realize that actually there are so many other factors to consider when applying to uni that actually indirectly will affect your progress in your career as well as your studies. So when it comes to things like community, when it comes to things like support, opportunities, work ethic, all those things are actually incredibly important for determining how well you do. I did not enjoy my experience at LSE. Yes, spoiler alert, it wasn't the best experience. So the biggest reason why I did not enjoy my experience at LSE was because the workload was excessive. It was unnecessarily excessive. I mean, law degrees are already hard. Like, we all know law degrees are hard. It's not for the weak. They are difficult, but having said that, LSE is known to give way more work than other unis would. A lot of people have confirmed this as well. A lot of other people have confirmed this too, that the workload at LSE is just way more than it needs to be. And the thing is, at the end of the day, you still end up only getting like a 2-1 or a 1st, but those grades are that much harder to get. And the problem with having this like excessive workload is that you don't have time to do anything else that is also important to your career. There were a bunch of like networking events and like open days and stuff like that, but I was just so like inundated, like I was so overwhelmed with work that I did not even have any kind of emotional or physical or any kind of bandwidth to be going to these events and applying for vacation schemes and all kinds of like other things. I didn't have the capacity to do that and take full advantage of those opportunities. I have spoken to other people that have gone to other universities that are not maybe as well known, not as like quote unquote reputed universities, but they had a much better experience because they actually had support, they had time to think about these other like super important aspects of a law career. I put the most important takeaway first instead of last. But anyway, moving on to the second one. If you dislike passive learning, do not go to LSE. It is not the right uni. And I also think perhaps other London unis might have the same issue. The learning at LSE was also incredibly passive. I think generally also for a law degree is quite passive. You're only reading and self-studying a majority of the material. You don't get much time to really talk to professors or lecturers and really build any kind of relationships. That is also generally the learning style in the UK with the university system right now, but especially so for my degree. The learning style was the worst thing for me because I am a very active learner. I like to interact with people. I like to discuss things. I like to discuss what I learned with people. And not only did I find it quite difficult to get any kind of support at LSE, I also found it difficult to build connections with people, like with other people around me. It felt pretty hostile, and I don't know if that's just my experience, but I feel like other people have also said the same thing. I feel like there's a general consensus that LSE is that kind of uni. So if you're anything like me and you really like to have interactive learning, consider going to another uni, or potentially even doing a different degree. You could even do a different degree and then do a GDL. Like, you would be studying 1 extra year, but in my opinion, it might be worth it because you have also the option of not necessarily doing law. You could go down the route of whatever you did your bachelor's in. So consider that, consider the GDL, the law conversion. So moving on to the third thing, I wish I knew that I didn't have to buy all the textbooks. Like, I don't know if it's just me, maybe I didn't pick up on this, maybe it just went over my head, but I didn't realize that you can get PDF versions of like every textbook. You can literally get all the textbooks online on the library. When you like figure out how to use it, you can get access to all the like textbooks, online versions of it, and you don't need to buy them. I spent so much money on these textbooks that I couldn't even sell because they get updated so quickly that by the time I get around to selling it, there's already a new textbook out and no one wants it. I wasted a lot of money on textbooks. I only realized like halfway through second year and third year that I didn't need to buy them, and I just did everything online. Unless you're the type of person that actually wants a physical textbook, don't buy them. They are a waste of money. Speaking of money, another little extra tip that I wanted to give to people is if you don't already have Monzo, get Monzo. It is one of the best things for students to be able to track your money, to see what you're spending. Also, like, apportion your money. You can put it into like pots and stuff. So I would like put in a monthly amount of money from my sort of like whatever my student finance was. I would take some money from that and I would put it into a pot so that I could like make sure that I wasn't spending over that, and if I am spending over that, that I know that I'm spending over it. Also, in case anyone doesn't know this, if you get a student bank account with HSBC and some other people, you get like £100 just for free. So make sure you go do that. Go get your £100. Another tip for international students is to get a TransferWise account, because you can, if you're getting money in one currency and you're having to convert it, you're going to lose a lot of money in conversion fees in traditional banks. But TransferWise is very, very low conversion fees. So it's called Wise now, but you can literally download it. It's like Monzo, like you get the mobile banking and you get a little card as well. So okay, so the fourth thing is to focus on non-academic things. And by this, I mean go to open days, go to fairs, go speak to people, build relationships. Like, no one stresses the importance of building relationships and having a community around you. You could have the best grades in the world. You could literally be doing amazing in your studies. But if you don't have any sort of like interpersonal skills, and if you don't have any interpersonal skills and you don't have contacts, you're going to struggle to get things done. I feel like so many things in life require community, require contacts. Literally, having a network will do wonders for you. You'd be surprised how many opportunities have come about only because of having good connections. You have to go out of your way to build those connections, go out of your comfort zone, and don't feel embarrassed, because this is a skill that's literally going to be so important for the rest of your life as well. The last thing that I wanted to say was to keep in mind that you are very unlikely to be working on paper unless you go out of your way to write notes, to handwrite notes instead of typing them. Most people, I'm pretty sure during my degree, just did everything digitally, because there's just such a sheer volume of stuff that you're gonna want to that typing is the only way you can do it, the only way you can get through all the material when you're writing your notes and stuff. That is why I suggest that if you don't already have a good laptop or iPad, consider investing into one and having like a good note-taking app. I considered getting an iPad, but I kind of thought, oh, maybe it's like, you know, an unnecessary expense. But I got one now after I did my degree, and I really wish that I had it during my degree, because then you get like sort of the feel of handwriting stuff, and it's kind of more it's more active than typing. But at the same time, the most important thing, the most like important advantage to doing it on an iPad instead of handwriting it is that you can make your notes searchable, and indexing and archiving and filing and organizing your stuff is so important during your law degree, because you're going to have a huge volume of things that you need to learn, and you're not going to be able to memorize everything. That's like a big misconception. People think that a law degree is about memorizing stuff, but it's not. It's about memorizing where to find all this stuff. It's like having a massive library and then knowing the map of the library. So if you have some issue come up, you're like, okay, yeah, I know where to look. I know where to find information about this. And then you can like pull it up quickly and use that in your arguments, in your essays, in your writing, whatever it is. For that, I really recommend Notion. it's just got an amazing like filing system where you can have like web page. It's kind of built like a website, so you have like pages and you can put in sub pages and really organize your stuff really easily. And also you can embed like files into it, you can embed pictures into it and diagrams. You can make like tables to sort of to sort things out. Really, you can make these like databases. It's super cool. It's worth watching like some tutorials on how to do that kind of stuff. And also, I only kind of discovered this recently, like towards the end of my 3rd year. I started using Notion to organize like the rest of my life as well. So not just my studies, but I used it to start organizing my finances, organize my music. There's a lot of stuff in my music, like different aspects of my music that I kind of needed to compartmentalize. So I made like a page for my music as well. I made a page for my career stuff, because anytime I wanted to do research into like training contracts, vacation schemes, any kind of firm research, I wanted to keep that separate. So I made a page for that too. And made a page for like anything that I could think of, even a page for like movies I want to watch or like places I want to go. It's super nice you can get like you can get an app on your phone as well, so you can like refer to that when you want to. But I thought I might as well do a quick little Notion tour and show you guys. Pretty proud of my Notion. I did use like a template that I found online of someone's Notion. So, and then I basically just tried to like customize it. Okay, so this is my home page, and look, I've got these cute little sections where I've got my just general life stuff, like my admin, finances. Even if I want to do like meal plans or save recipes and stuff like that. Let me just pull it up actually. I got like a little page with my goals, which I really like to refer to. And I tried to do some stuff with my daily schedule. I'm still not that good at having a daily routine, but at least I can manifest it by putting it down on here. Then I've got, so let me show you guys my uni page. So I made basically like a to-do list here. Like this is one of my most useful databases that I made. And then I like categorize it, and then I basically, you can put like a filter here and say I wanted to look at my uni to-do list, and then I can put in like deadlines and stuff, and you can also put in reminders as well. You can put like urgency there as well. You can put the status, you can filter it out so that you say filter out, so it's, I mean I'm only seeing the stuff that hasn't been done yet, and luckily I am done with that, so I don't need to look at uni anymore. Let me show you guys my criminology. I actually really enjoyed my criminology module. Here's my table of contents. I can click on this and jump between different modules. So say I want to look at this one, there's the thing, I put the little blurb there, I click on the page, and I can always go back here as well. I can open different tabs as well. So if I wanted to refer to multiple different like notes at the same time, I can just flick through the tabs rather than having like 50 different Word documents up. So I put down like questions for discussion, all the class questions, and then I would do these cute little drop down boxes, put like lecture notes and stuff so I can find it really easily, but it's not like cluttered. But yeah, I put my like reading, and then I can like highlight stuff, and you can put these little like pin like little notes as well. So yeah, and then I would, yeah, like this, you can just pin like little notes there, and you can make like comments on it as well. And you can also link stuff, which is really cool. So like I would, for example, click on something. If I had like a section of text that I wanted to link to like another set of notes, you can like highlight it and basically link it to a section of a page somewhere, so when you click on it, it will take you to that page. It's just the most useful thing to like organize all your notes and to be able to refer to it for like essay writing if you have like a lot of volume. So that was my uni stuff, like all my like remixes that I wanted to make all my like YouTube content ideas, TikTok, all of that stuff. For example, for song releases, I also make pages so I can organize like a song release. So this is the one I did for Seasons. I was very, very proud of this because it's the most organized I've ever done like a release. But I like tagged it by like all the sort of sound influences, the BPM, the key, the like all the links to all the like sort of metadata about it, so that when I'm like filling out forms and applications and sending the music to people and telling people about the music, or if they ask me like certain things about the music, I can just find it super easily. Also, like when I like develop my catalog of music, I can sort of filter and search my music through certain ways. Like if I'm looking for a certain mood of my type of my songs, or certain keys or certain BPM, I can just easily do that because I have it in like a database that I can like filter, which is super cool. Total game changer. So yeah, I put down like TikTok ideas, put my Spotify pitch, I put even like my budgeting, I put down like a table of like contacts that I've like put together. I've developed like an index of like contacts of like emails, phone numbers, of other people that are like, you know, of like blogs and influencers and radio presenters and those kind of things. I've like compiled a table so that I don't have to look for it every single time. Yeah, that was a quick tour of my Notion. I really hope that was useful. These are just some things to keep in mind when making your decisions. I know uni can be very difficult, it can get very tough, it can get very lonely and isolating. Just know that you're not the only one. You should absolutely reach out for help. You should reach out to the people around you, and make use of all your resources to make your experience as easy as possible. I'm always here to talk to anyone in case anyone has any questions or just wants to talk about certain things or ask for advice. I also have a little Brown Girl support group, a little Discord Brown Girl support group linked in the bio that you can join as well. That's all for now. Bye.